BC's Flathead River Valley is one of the world's most diverse and ecologically intact natural ecosystems, but protecting it has not been easy for conservationists. And despite a series of victories, there is still some work to do, and that is the topic of NewsHour Insight tonight. Deb Hope joins us now with more.
Yes, Chris, that is all too true. And after years of discussion and cross-border negotiation, the Canadian portion of the Flathead River Valley is now protected by law from mining and drilling. But as Linda Aylesworth reports, many feel this latest move is not enough.
The Flathead River Valley, tucked in the southeast corner of BC, has been the subject of controversy for decades. Industry wanting to mine it for valuable resources, conservationists wanting to preserve it.
The Flathead is a very special place. It has some of the purest water in the world. It has the same species of wildlife that existed there at the time of European contact.
And yet, the BC government entertained the possibility of allowing methane gas extraction and coal mining that would literally remove this mountain from the landscape, sending toxic runoff down the Flathead River and into Glacier National Park in Montana, the UNESCO World Heritage Site. But early last year, a change of heart.
This is a unique area that merits special attention. We're pleased to launch a new partnership that will transcend our borders. A collaboration between British Columbia and Montana that will create a stronger environment and a stronger economy for both jurisdictions.
The province had at last made a gentleman's agreement with Montana to ban mining in the Flathead. The agreement came just a month after a damning report from the United Nations on the negative effects that resource extraction would have on ecosystems on both sides of the border.
I think it's the credit goes to the United Nations, UNESCO, the Obama administration putting some pressure on the Prime Minister's office, which then translated into pressure in BC.
Whatever the reason, it was with great relief to many when earlier this week that agreement to protect the Flathead received royal assent and became law.
It is a very important step, one that has been welcomed by the residents of the area, welcomed by conservation groups, welcomed by all, I think, in the province.
It's a great first step, but what we need to permanently protect the Flathead is a national park in the southeastern one-third of the Flathead and a wildlife management area in the rest of the valley and adjoining habitat.
National park status is what neighboring Waterton in Alberta and Glacier in Montana have. Conservationists want the Flathead to join them, creating one large protected area. Because without national park status, industrial logging and trophy hunting will continue to be allowed.
Alberta's Waterton Lakes National Park and Montana's Glacier National Park combined in the early 1930s to form the world's first international peace park. Conservationists are hoping that the BC section of the Flathead Valley will one day be included in the Peace Park. And you couldn't ask for a more beautiful place to go, Chris. Just lovely.
Really is special. Yeah. Thanks very much, Deb. Well, she picked out the perfect ring, a symbol of their love, but